Yeah, because that's how Rondo came into the league.
I guess you could put him in the category with Rondo.
But remember, Rondo, when he came in, he had it made, though. Garnett, Pierce, Ray Allen.
But one thing he lacks that Rondo has that's bigger than Rondo has a very, very good basketball IQ. Like, you can put any players out there and Rondo can run that floor. Lonzo Ball doesn't have that yet. He has athletic players around him that knows how to move. And by him having that vision, he's able to put that ball in the right places for them. That's why the Lakers are exciting to watch, because they're like a team that's not even all the way put together. But when they come together and they gel, that's going to be a dangerous team.
But see, he going to be next year.
Yeah.
Watch what free agents come over. Because like I said, you get Paul George to lead OKC and come over. That's your score right there.
That's all they need.
That's your score. Because you don't want Lonzo. Lonzo don't need the score.
They're just like
keep doing
listen,
Chris Paul.
I know people don't want to hear it, but they're just like the Bulls. They need a closer. They need that star player that demands attention so they can do what they need to do. Because Randall don't show up until the second quarter, to the second half. That's when he just lets it all out and do his thing. And then you got Ingram. I'm a fan of Ingram. And then Kuzman. Kuzman is going to be dangerous if he can keep it going. And if he can just polish up on his game and get it a little bit more under control, and they can run some offense and run some offensive plays for him, he's going to be dangerous, man. I like the Lakers team constructed.
And while we at it, what you think about Golden State with Curry being out?
Golden State with Curry being out, that's going to be a challenge. Because now you got to – I'm questioning the mental state of Kevin Durant. With all these technical fouls and arguing and everything
That's
else.
That championship mentality.
You know, I understand that. And I'm also questioning.
That's Draymond Green.
Exactly. I'm questioning Draymond Green mentality, because you got to figure, when you win a championship, teams build to beat you. Now, with Curry having this ankle injury, which is something that always come about with him, that's like the monkey on his back, these ankles. And look, it hit him in his ass again. What, it's been 2 years since he really had a bad ankle injury? Towards the end of the game, he's walking out on crutches.
Yeah.
And whenever he walking out on crutches, he gonna be out for some games. You get what I'm saying? So my whole thing with these Golden State Warriors with Curry being out, yeah, you got Kevin Durant, the superstar player, but when these players get in his head and start talking that shit to him, he ain't got them other star. He ain't got that star player behind him to pick up to where he can get it back mentally and get it going.
You don't think what's the name man can't pick up the slack? He's the only one that's been kind of odd man out.
Who?
Or Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson?
Yeah.
And another thing I think during this period while they hurt, Swaggy P. Watch him, because he ain't met a shot he ain't afraid to take.
But like you said,
and that's the fucking problem. He ain't saw a shot that he ain't afraid to take, and that's gonna be the problem with Curry out. And Curry demands the ball, and Curry demands his shot. With Curry out,
but Curry take a lot of crazy ass shots too,
but Curry makes them.
But exactly,
he makes them.
He makes them. See, the difference is with Curry in there, he spreads that court, because you don't know where he goes shoot from,
and you don't know if he's very crafty.
Exactly.
So I mean, like, I don't know.
I think they're gonna be all right.
With the way the West is now with all those players, I honestly think Golden State might run into a tough patch right here.
So let me ask you this then. Okay, let's go into the Rockets. What makes the Rockets so successful? Because I thought when they got Paul, you gave a lot for him, but it looked like gelling.
It's like I keep saying though, the regular season and the playoffs is two different seasons. In the playoffs, playing in the 7-game series, adjustments made.
Right.
So, I think that in a 7-game series and you slow the game down, I think they got problems.
Well, we can see in the NBA slowing game down. That ain't happening. And that ain't happening in the playoffs neither no more. So, I mean,
unless you're San Antonio.
Yeah, unless you're San Antonio. Half-court basketball is done.
I mean, even the year Cleveland beat Golden State, that game 7, what was the score? It was in the 90s. They slowed it down. I mean, I think Cleveland could have did that last year. But they wanted to run with them. I mean, If you a mule, you can't run with stallions.
Shout out to the homie Marcus J. Golden. He listened. Hey, man, send me some music to my email so I can go ahead and put you on here, man, so you can be playing. We're going to go ahead and get to some more music, man. When we come back, man, we're going to talk a little bit of college football, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, this is going to be y'all segment. You know, I mean, I know a little bit, but y'all definitely, man.
This is Bring Your A-Game Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host, Blaq Hippie, down here in the Blaq Cave with the homie Smokey D, and got a special guest, a listener from Wisconsin, the homie JP. Be back to y'all in a minute.
That's what I was getting at. Go, great point.
It's down like a mascot. Still trick with bitches. I with money, her with ass shots. Good, had room for one more. I took the last spot. Re-up gang Peter, nigga Yaden hit the jackpot. Whole nother level. Then you add fame, that's a whole nother devil. Legit drug dealer, that's a whole nother bezel. The carbon auto mall, that's a whole nother metal. But still keep it ghetto. Behind the scenes, pull strings like Geppetto. The gun blow steam, whistle like a tea kettle. Running like the rebels. You an LV sports shoe on a pedal. I let you niggas settle. Yeah. Trouble on my mind. I got trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. So much trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. I got trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. So much trouble on my mind. On my mind.
Pharrell said get him, so I got him. Tripped on Bristol Palin, then I accidentally shot him. Then it ricocheted and killed the game. I'm a problem, cause I wanna fuck the world, but not a fan of using condoms. Pardon my French, I'm going hard as my dick when I envision my tip on the crust of bitch lips. Mr. Lip Shits has been tripping since I mentioned Reptar, Triceratops, dinosaur dick. I feel it in my gut. To kill these motherfuckers is a must like the arm of my pits. You niggas coming shorter than a Bushwick Billy costume on sale during Christmas in Philly. Well, not really. It's getting kinda chilly. Let's hit a couple bars and get some bitches wet willies. Soaked getting jiggy with it and Bel Air's riches. With a bag of pills, couple berries and a biscuit.
Trouble on my mind. I got trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. So much trouble. Trouble on my mind. I got trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. So much trouble on my mind. On my mind.
I'm a fucking walking paradox and a really shitty rapper in my favorite pair of socks. Iron pair of Dockers, 2 Glocks cock screaming. With the speakers blasting a pair of pots. Yonkers 10 milli, you're silly. Thinking that this preem wasn't free willy. The feeling is neutral, the gang is youthful. And fucking tighter than Chad Hugo's pupils. It's Wolfgang and the...
With the re-ups, a hell of a buzz. Rick James said cocaine's a hell of a drug. Who else could put the hipsters with felons and thugs and paint a perfect picture of what selling it does? This is for the critics who doubted the chemistry. 2 different worlds, same symmetry. In this black art, see the wizardry. When you at the top of your game, you make enemies. You'll never finish me. Trouble on my mind. I got trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. So much trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. I got trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. So much trouble on my mind. On my mind.
Bring Your A-Game Sports Talk Radio. Chilling down here in the Player Cave. I'm your host, the Blaq Hippie. Don't forget y'all can catch the podcasts on the website later on today. Also, you can catch it on www.blaqhippieradioentertainment.com. We going live on Facebook at 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Go get Instagram involved in that too, man. How y'all fellas feeling, man? Y'all enjoying the show?
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
No, most definitely.
Appreciate the invitation.
You enjoying the show, JP? You gonna come back sometime, man?
Man, I'm like a Rolling Stone, man. Don't let me lay my hat down.
Ain't that wrong with that,
Frank
man?
crazy ass down there too.
Yeah, we gotta get some more. We gotta get some more listeners, man. Just like JP listen, name any talk, man. Y'all can do the same thing. Also, y'all can call in 708-328-8923. This is Bring Your A-Game Sports Talk Radio, the one and only, where we mix hip hop and sports. we're gonna get into this college sports, man, because if you check the last podcast, this dude here, JP, he called in, but we ain't get him on camera. You know, we ain't get him on the podcast or anything, but you know, he was the one trying to call in. You know, me and Smokey D was discussing, man. So, this college playoff. You got number one. Number one is who?
Clemson.
You got Clemson.
Yeah.
Number 2 is sitting at Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
You got number 3 is Georgia.
Georgia.
You got number 4.
Alabama.
I don't even want to say that name. And number 5, you got
Oklahoma.
Ohio State. And number 6, you got
Wisconsin.
Okay, then. Tell me about this college playoffs, about how you feel about it.
All right, my thing about the college playoff, like I was saying, they wanted Wisconsin to lose, and they got what they wanted. They wanted Alabama in there. It's the brand. Alabama got a brand. Everybody, Ohio State is a brand also. Don't get it wrong. Ohio State is a brand also.
I'm a Big Ten fan.
I'm Wisconsin. I'm a Big Ten fan.
Okay.
The same thing that got Ohio State in the playoffs last year kept them out this year. Last year, Ohio State was the 4th team. They wasn't the Big Ten champs. Penn State was the Big Ten champs. What was the difference? Penn State had 2 losses. Ohio State had 1 loss. This year, Ohio State, the Big Ten champs, they got 2 losses. Alabama got 1 loss. The 4 years that they did the playoffs, no team has been in the playoffs with 2 losses.
Alabama was the SEC champs?
No, they wasn't. Georgia was the SEC champs.
Yeah, they were.
Georgia was the
So
SEC
if
champs.
they didn't even win the SEC.
Hold on. Ohio State didn't win the Big Ten last year.
But we're talking about this year.
But I'm just saying.
If I had a penny for the past,
but
then every time somebody mentioned that, we wouldn't even be right here right now.
All I'm saying is the same thing that got Ohio State in last year is keeping them out this year.
But
now my thing is what would have been interesting is if Wisconsin would have won, they would have been the 3rd slot. Who would have got that 4th slot? Would they gave it to Georgia?
You would have had to give it to Georgia because Alabama.
Or would they gave it to Alabama?
They would have gave it to Alabama because Alabama is the brand and the name.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what me and Smokey D talked about. The reason why Ohio State, because if you want to break it down, if you want to look at strength of schedule and you want to look at 4 to 5 top 20 teams, top 25 teams that they beat, okay, people throw in that Iowa loss, okay, that's understandable, but at the same time, y'all got to understand that when you are a number 1 team, just like Alabama got that loss, when you are the number 1 team are preparing for you day in and night out. How many losses do Ohio State have
this year? 2.
Okay, then. Hold on. Wins and losses have to count for something.
But I thought strength of schedule counts too.
Wins and losses have. Okay, another good question. Why we at it? Why is Clemson number 1?
I don't know. And that ACC is weak.
Hold on. Who did they lose to?
I don't know.
They lost to Syracuse. What is Syracuse record? 4-8.
Okay.
Do your research.
Okay, so what are you getting at? What's your point?
That's what I'm saying. Why are they showing Clemson all the love and they lost to a team 4-8? And what do they keep saying?
Why are they showing Alabama love and they have a weak ass schedule?
It's the brand. You know, but you know what? Even though
why were announcers saying that Wisconsin was the better team than Alabama and Alabama don't deserve to be in there?
Go for the better team. But you know what? That's what 4 or 5 star recruits do.
That's what Nick Saban and paying money on the table do.
Nah. Who is sponsored by who sponsored Alabama?
I don't know and don't care.
They sponsored by Nike. Who sponsored Ohio State? They sponsored by Nike. Them is the big. Ohio State is the biggest brand in the Big Ten. Don't get it twisted. Out of all the conferences, what conference making the most money? The Big Ten.
Wait. You ain't calling them right.
What?
What are they called, man? I got corrected by a bus driver.
Come on, the Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, you got to call them the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Man, Willie. Willie
they
King.
No, Willie ass came on, man, yesterday, man. It was talking about fuck in Ohio State, Alabama, roll tide.
But
I really want
But my
Leonard to
thing
call